Hey guys, welcome to my channel and I'm back again with another really interesting video guys, and in this video we are going to create a really cool fashion designing application which is called as Met Gala Muse. So yes guys, Met Gala has recently concluded and we want to know what everyone is wearing and actually can you create those outfits yourself, and this is what this application is all about. But the interesting thing about this application is that we are going to create it entirely with the help of AI without writing a single piece of code. And not only that, in doing so, we will learn some quite interesting aspects of prompt engineering techniques, and also how you should integrate AI and large language model with your applications. Okay, so I know this is going to be a super cool video for you guys. It's going to be interesting for me as well. Let's get started. So first of all guys, let me tell you how I created this application without writing any piece of code. I actually did it with the help of Firebase Studio. So guys, Firebase Studio is Google's browser based editor and it gives you an entire development platform for creating your applications. And the cool thing about it is that it gives you some sort of AI prompting techniques where you can just write or ask Gemini anything about your application and it is going to do the code for you. So it just makes it easier, faster and more efficient. Okay, so if you just want to build your vision becoming true, you can use Firebase Studio for that. And that's how I build this application. If you want a more detailed video on Firebase Studio, I have it on my channel and I'm gonna link it in the description below. Go check that out. Now let's get back to the app. So first thing we are going to do is we are going to understand the application a bit, and then we are going to look into the prompts that went into building this app. The first thing that you can see on the home page right now is a simple login screen. We do have a sign up or a registration screen as well, but because I'm already signed up, I'm just going to use my existing credentials to log in. And then click on sign in. You can see it says login is successful, welcome back. Now as I land into the home page, you can see that I am given a simple dialog box, or you can say a file dropper here. What I can do is I can just browse the images, drop them here, and then it's going to analyze the Met Gala looks in that particular image and it should give me a response. Okay, now I'm just going to click on the browse files here and let me select an image. Let's select Rihanna's image, and you can see that as soon as I uploaded the image, it started to analyze. Okay, and it's going to take few minutes, but hopefully it will do the deed. Let's wait a little bit. Analysis is complete and now it's suggesting the fabrics, and there you go guys, fabric suggestions are also ready. Now look at how beautiful Rihanna looks here. She's absolutely stunning and rocks every single Met Gala look. But what is the information this app is giving me? Let's look into that. So this is the outfit analysis, the key insights into the design. It gives me the identified material. So it says that it includes a wool or a wool blend suiting fabric for the jacket and the dress and blah blah blah. Quite a lot of details. I think the people who are actually fashion designers must be ecstatic in this application. Then not only that, it gives me the construction techniques as well. That it says that it's a tailoring techniques like precise darting and seam work to create the fitted corset and jacket, and the pinstripe dress shows advanced pattern matching and careful cutting. So obviously guys, this gives me quite a lot of insight into the dress, and it also makes me sort of informed that if I want to have these looks for myself, what are the things I should go for. And then it gives me fabric suggestions, which is quite helpful. It says I need to buy a wool or a wool blend suiting fabric, silk or satin for the corset, silk or lightweight for the polka dot accent, and felt for the hat. And last but not the least, it gives me the links to buy those fabrics as well. So I can go to Mood Fabrics and you can see on the bottom there is a link, and on the bottom there is a link for Amazon, and then there is a link for Joanne Fabric as well. And these are some search links, so I can just go to these websites or go to these links directly and I can purchase a fabric if I want to. Now you have given a button for save analysis and design. So if I click on save, my design is saved. Now you can see that I have got two tabs on the top. One is analyze and view the details for any new image, and the other one is saved outfit. So if I want to just see those details again, blah, right? You can see I can just see the details, boom, just like that. So there you go, guys. That was the application introduction that I want to go through with you. And now we know the application already. Let's look into how we build this application. And let's see the first ever prompt that we gave. Okay. So the prompt that I gave the AI of Firebase Studio was that you are a fashion designer who is obsessed with Met Gala. Generate an app which, once given a picture of Met Gala outfit, can tell how it is made and can give list of fabrics to buy or make it, right? Now, most of you might say that, oh, this is a very basic prompt, but the important thing here is to understand the first ever line, that you are a fashion designer who is obsessed with Met Gala, right? Now, some of you who have this idea in their mind of creating an application will actually start their prompt from the generate word. They will start saying, oh, generate an app which does this, generate an app which does that, blah, 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 right? But if you actually want an AI to think like a fashion designer, if you want an AI to actually, think like how you are thinking, you have to make sure you give it a personality. And that is why it is very important for you to give to the AI that it is a fashion designer, or if it is a storyteller, or if it is a novelist, or if it is a, a graphic designer. Because once AI gets that personality in it, it starts to think like that person. And then it will give you suggestions, or it's going to generate you the code that you actually want to, or that you can actually vision something for yourself. Now, it's not just a software, it's just a software engineer. It is also a fashion designer who has a degree in software engineering, right? So something like that. So this is a very important technique, that you give AI a certain personality. And then obviously the basic prompt is that when you're given a picture of the output, just tell me how it is made and a list of fabrics, right? Now, when I gave it this prompt, it gave me this blueprint where it gives me the features of all the outfit analysis, fabric suggestions, outfit display, and then the retailer links, and then a way for saving the analysis as well, right? For future references. So I was quite happy with that, and I clicked on prototype this app, and it started to prototype it. Then AI said to me that it appears that your app needs a Gemini API key. Now, obviously, guys, it needs an API key, or Gemini API key, or any sort of large language models API key. If you are using open source models, then it will need an open source models API key for some from some vendor like Grok, or something like that, right? If you are using Anthropic, it would need that one. But based upon the large language model you are using, you have to provide it an API key. But this is a little bit high level, right? People who don't understand coding might not even understand what I'm saying. So just to drill it down a bit, what are you asking in this application? It is very important to understand. In this application, I'm asking it to take an image and extract the context out of it, extract the image information and do something. Give me a summary, give me an analysis. Obviously, this needs an AI, this needs a large language model to do some image analysis, right? And for that, you need a large language model to be integrated. Now, if you need a large language model to be integrated, you have to, unless you are using a open source model, Firebase Studio by default uses Gemini's model, which are sometimes paid model and sometimes free models, right? By default, it uses a free model. But to use a large language model, or to use any large language model, basically, you need an API key, okay? And that is what it is asking, that okay, by default, I have integrated the Gemini large language model, and that would need a Gemini API key. Do you have it? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't have it. And then it gives me an option to auto generate the Gemini API key. And when I click on the auto generate, it says automatically after some time updated the Gemini API key. Okay. So remember, when you reach this point, click on auto generate. That's how you generate a Gemini API key. Now the first iteration of my prototype was ready, and I could see something like this on my window. But I was not satisfied with that, right? I wanted it to be a little bit more animated. What I said was make the application change color when the image is uploaded as per the color of the dress. So you can see here that the Met Gala Muse is completely written in black. But when I opened the application, it was written in purple and it changed color. In fact, the entire theme changed color to black and gray when I uploaded Rihanna's image, right? And why did that happen? That happened, guys, because I gave it this prompt. Now, some of you might have noticed the difference, some of you might not have noticed the difference. In my opinion, this is not a pretty good prompt. A really good prompt would have been to be super specific of what I want to change. So let's say if I would have given the prompt that make the title of the application change color when the image is uploaded, right? Not the entire theme, because now when I gave it this particular vague prompt, the AI is sort of changing the whole theme to black and gray. But maybe I don't want to change the whole theme to black and gray. Maybe I just want to change the outline of my image to black and gray. Or maybe I just want to change, only a small thing, right? But here you can see that it changed the entire application. Maybe we can do something like that where we can give it a more specific prompt. So that's also one technique that I would suggest. After that, I got an error that a use server file, some error I got. Now, how do you fix this error? Let's say you are not a coder. How do you fix an error? Whenever you get an error in Firebase Studio, you get a red button here, fix issue, right? You click on that button and you will get a fix error button right here in this prompting window, and you can just click on the fix error and it will start fixing your code. And what had happened is that when you click on the fix error, it automatically sent a prompt to AI from my side, from the user side, saying ask to fix error, right? And then voila, AI starts to fix your error and it renders your application again. Okay. Now let's look at the next prompt that I gave, which is very, very important, is that add a new tab for save outfits. So I didn't have this save outfits tab before, but I added a new prompt. And once you click on that, you save them in a memory database. When you open them from the saved outfits, then we load the photo of the outfit analysis. And also if we upload the same photo again, then fetch the data which is already generated before. Why did that do that? Now, important thing here is that if you are using a large language model, if you are using an AI model, you are paying a cost for it. Every single call that you are making to the model to analyze your image, you're making a cost for it. Okay, you're not making a cost, you are actually incurring a cost for it. You don't want to do that. If this same image is uploaded, why would you want to pay again for the same analysis? No, right? So that is why I added the saved outfit here, so that if I want to just analyze the same photo, the same image again, I can just click on the view details and I don't have to send my large language model another request and incur charge for that. So whenever you are creating your applications, guys, just be mindful of the fact that AI has a charge. If you are creating an enterprise level application, you need to make sure that you don't pay unnecessarily for unnecessary requests of tokens. You have to protect your application. And last but not the least, I generated a login register functionality here, which you have already seen, right? But when I generated that functionality, it actually used an enterprise level auth API. And this is Google's own library of auth API, which it provides to actually have a proper authentication. But that has a little bit of steps to it. You need to register for it, do a little bit more than required. I only wanted to have a POC just to show you guys. So what I did was I asked it to remove the auth API and use an in-memory database to save the password hashes, and always save the password as a hash so it's secure and nobody can actually see your password, right? This is not a good thing to do. Obviously, I only did it for POC. If you are making an enterprise level app, I will suggest you to use an auth API or maybe use a proper authentication method. If you are not using the Google's auth API, use a proper authentication method for storing your login IDs and your passwords, etc. but I only did it for the POC. But you can see here guys that I did everything with just prompts. Didn't write a single piece of code, and at the end of it I came up with a super cool application with a proper login functionality, and it is working as well. It's like working flawlessly. There's no problem with it. The only thing I would suggest is that the model that I am going to use here is a free Gemini Flash model. That model is a free model, so it can get overloaded. So if you try to upload more images into it, like one after the other, you will get an error. So if you don't want your application to crash because of the model getting overloaded, you have to pay for a bit and you have to upgrade to a billing based model. If you are willing to do that, then your application will pretty much run flawlessly. Okay. So that was the video guys. I hope this video gave you a little bit of insight into prompt engineering, and it gave you a little bit of motivation on how you can create your applications with the help of Firebase Studio. I hope you guys liked this video guys. If you did like this video, please do not forget to like this video and share this video with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feedback for me, please do write down in the comment section below. I would be really happy to address them. And in the end guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for future notification of more such programming and coding related videos. I'll see you guys in the next video guys. Until then, take care and bye bye.